Hello everyone. Welcome to today's English podcast. Today, we are going to learn how to talk about your day using the past tense. The past tense is used to talk about things that already happened. For example, I walked to school, I watched a movie, I cooked dinner. Let's learn some common past tense verbs. Wake right pointing arrow woke. Go right pointing arrow went. Eat right pointing arrow ate. Drink right pointing arrow drank. Come right pointing arrow came. See right pointing arrow saw. Have right pointing arrow had. Do right pointing arrow did. Make right pointing arrow made. Buy right pointing arrow bought. Now let's use these verbs in simple sentences. I woke up at 7 o'clock. I had breakfast with my family. I went to school. I studied English. I ate lunch at noon. I came home in the afternoon. I watched TV. I did my homework. I had dinner with my family. I went to bed at 10 o'clock. Now let's listen to a complete example. Yesterday, I woke up at 7 o'clock. I brushed my teeth and had breakfast. Then I went to school. I studied English and talked with my friends. After school, I came home and did my homework. In the evening, I watched television with my family. Finally, I went to bed at 10 o'clock. It was a good day. Excellent. Now let's practice some questions. Question: what did you do yesterday? Answer: I went to school. Question: what did you eat for lunch? Answer: I ate rice and chicken. Question: did you watch TV yesterday? Answer: yes, I did. Question: did you study English? Answer: yes, I studied English for 1 hour. Useful past tense vocabulary: yesterday, last night, last week, this morning, went, ate, drank, studied, played, watched, visited, worked, finished, relaxed, slept. Remember, when talking about yesterday or the past, use the past tense. Practice these sentences every day. The more you speak, the easier English will become. Thank you for listening to today's lesson. In part 2, we will learn how to tell a complete story about your day using easy past tense sentences. See you next time. Goodbye. Hello everyone. Welcome back to our English podcast. In part 1, we learned how to use the past tense to talk about yesterday. Today, we will learn how to tell a complete story about your day using simple past tense sentences. Let's begin. Imagine someone asks you, how was your day yesterday? You can answer like this. My day was great. I woke up early and made my bed. I took a shower and had breakfast with my family. Then I went to school. I studied English, mathematics, and science. At lunchtime, I ate rice and chicken with my friends. After school, I came home and relaxed for a while. In the evening, I did my homework, watched television, and had dinner with my family. Finally, I went to bed at 10 o'clock. Great. Now let's learn another example. Yesterday was a busy day. I woke up at 6:30 in the morning. I drank a cup of coffee and ate toast for breakfast. Then I went to work by bus. I answered emails, talked to my coworkers, and finished my work at 5 o'clock. After work, I bought some groceries and came home. I cooked dinner, listened to music, and read a book before I went to bed. Excellent. Now let's practice with some questions. Question: what time did you wake up yesterday? Answer: I woke up at 7 o'clock. Question: where did you go? Answer: I went to school. Question: what did you eat? Answer: I ate pasta and salad. Question: what did you do in the evening? Answer: I watched TV and talked with my family. Useful past tense verbs: woke, brushed, took, had, went, studied, ate, drank, bought, came, cooked, read, watched, finished, slept. Useful time expressions: yesterday, yesterday morning, yesterday afternoon, yesterday evening, last night, after school, after work, before dinner, before bed. Remember, when talking about events that already happened, use the past tense. Practice telling the story of your day every evening. This is one of the best ways to improve your English speaking skills. Thank you for listening. In part 3, we will learn how to talk about your weekend, vacations, and special memories using easy past tense sentences. See you next time. Goodbye. Hello everyone. Welcome back to our English podcast. In part 2, we learned how to tell a story about yesterday using the past tense. Today, we will learn how to talk about your weekend, vacations, and special memories. Let's begin. When talking about your weekend, you can use simple past tense verbs. For example, last weekend, I visited my grandparents. I played football with my friends. I watched a movie with my family. I cleaned my room. I relaxed at home. Now let's listen to a complete example. Last Saturday, I woke up at 8 o'clock. I had breakfast with my family. Then we went to the park. We walked together and took many pictures. In the afternoon, we had lunch at a restaurant. After lunch, we visited my grandparents. We talked, laughed, and drank tea together. In the evening, we came home, watched a movie, and went to bed early. It was a wonderful day. Excellent. Now let's talk about a vacation. You can say, last summer, I visited the beach. I traveled with my family. We stayed in a hotel. We swam in the sea. We took many photos. We had a great time. Here is another example. Last year, I traveled to another city with my family. We visited museums, parks, and beautiful places. We ate delicious food and met friendly people. We bought some souvenirs before we came home. It was one of my favorite trips. Now let's practice some questions. Question: what did you do last weekend? Answer: I visited my grandparents. Question: where did you go on vacation? Answer: I went to the beach. Question: did you enjoy your trip? Answer: yes, I did. It was amazing. Question: what did you buy? Answer: I bought a t-shirt and some postcards. Useful past tense verbs: visited, traveled, stayed, walked, played, watched, talked, laughed, bought, took, swam, enjoyed, returned, relaxed, celebrated. Useful time expressions: last weekend, last month, last year, during my vacation, yesterday, 2 days ago, last summer, last winter. Remember, when you tell stories about the past, use the simple past tense. Speak slowly and practice every day. The more stories you tell, the more confident your English will become. Thank you for listening. In part 4, we will learn how to talk about your future plans and compare the past, present, and future using easy English. See you next time. Goodbye. Here's part 4 of the English podcast. Learn English by talking about your day. Past tense made easy. A1-A2 beginner English podcast, part 4. Hello everyone. Welcome back to our English podcast. In today's lesson, we will learn how to talk about the past, present, and future in simple English. This will help you describe your life more clearly and confidently. Let's begin. Talking about the past. Use the simple past tense for things that already happened. Examples: yesterday, I visited my friend. Last week, I watched a movie. Last year, I traveled to another city. Talking about the present. Use the simple present tense for things you do regularly. Examples: I wake up at 7 o'clock every day. I study English every evening. I work in an office. I enjoy reading books. Talking about the future. Use will or going to talk about future plans. Examples: tomorrow, I will go to school. I am going to visit my grandparents this weekend. I will study English tonight. Next year, I want to travel to another country. Now let's listen to a complete example. Yesterday, I woke up early and went to work. Today, I am at home learning English. Tomorrow, I will visit my best friend. I enjoy learning new things every day, and I hope to speak English fluently in the future. Excellent. Now let's practice some questions. Question: what did you do yesterday? Answer: I studied English. Question: what are you doing today? Answer: I am listening to an English podcast. Question: what will you do tomorrow? Answer: I will visit my family. Let's learn some useful time words. Past: yesterday, last night, last week, last month, last year. Present: today, now, every day, this morning, this week. Future: tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, soon. Now let's practice one final introduction. Hello, my name is Ali. Yesterday, I studied English and watched a movie. Today, I am practicing my speaking skills with this podcast. Tomorrow, I will read an English book and learn 10 new words. I practice every day because I want to become a confident English speaker. Fantastic! You have completed this 4-part podcast series. What you learned. Part 1. Talking about your day in the past. Part 2. Telling a complete story about yesterday. Part 3. Talking about weekends, vacations, and memories. Part 4. Talking about the past, present, and future. Remember, learning English takes time. Practice a little every day. Speak without fear. Every sentence you say helps you improve. Thank you for listening to this English podcast. See you in the next lesson. Goodbye, take care, and keep learning English.